Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I have filmed, recorded, uploaded anything, and I apologize for that. I hope you've been well in the meantime. Today's video is the Chatups video. It's the second one of this series, so the long and short of it is that I did some journaling stuff and then now I'm recording a voiceover over it basically. I do kind of like the ASMR thing of this one, so I might release it separately without the voiceover as well. In any case, for today's video, just to give you a rundown of what you're seeing on the screen, I am currently using the back end of a glass dip pen, cheap one from Shopee, to swatch my fountain pen inks in my new swatch journal. So once I get my new inserts in from, I'm asking a friend to purchase a few more for me from Japan. So once all that's in, I will put together a video on that. But for today, I thought it would be nice to talk about 2024 planners and how I kind of make my decisions when I see something new that I really want. So the first thing that I would ask myself would be, is this just you being a magpie? You know, is this shiny new object syndrome? Because a lot of time it's the case where it is planner season, there are lots of planners around and you see so many people posting really nice spreads, and then you feel like, oh, their life looks so together, and you know, if I use that planner, maybe my life will be that together too. I kind of feel personally attacked just saying that out loud, but like, let me know if you feel the same way. Yeah, but truth be told, that is kind of, if I were to be completely honest with myself, how I feel when I look at certain planners. So I was really tempted to get the Nothing planner, like I think 2 years ago, and last year as well. For this year, I was really tempted to get it, but when I looked at it more closely, I realized that it was just shiny object syndrome, because it did look very nice, but knowing what I do of what I require from a day-to-day planner is just not suited for that. So right now I'm just going to be talking about specifically day-to-day planners, not purpose-driven planners, so to speak. So for my day-to-day everyday carry kind of planner, like something like the Nothing planner or something like the Take a Note, which was what I was very magpie drawn to this year, is something that doesn't work for me because it doesn't have the amount of blank pages at the back that I need for standard, you know, like classic old school bullet journaling, which is literally what really works for me. If I don't have that, my brain is kind of gone. Like, that's my brain, right? So I need that in my life, otherwise I'm kind of screwed. So that for me would be, you know, that is shiny object syndrome, and also it doesn't work for you, so goodbye, right? So that's the first thing that I tend to ask myself when I see something that I really want. And then I go like, oh wait, okay, it doesn't work for, you know, what I actually want to do. Then the second thing would be, if sometimes I would try and convince myself that, you know, you could use it for something. And then that would be where the second half of this is, which is you're looking at it from a purpose kind of perspective, which is not just for your day-to-day planning. Maybe it's for keeping track of your pet's health. Maybe it's a journal for your kids. Maybe it's for your business. Maybe it's for school. Maybe it's for, I don't know, there's a multitude of things you can use a journal for, right? So just for an example, I really wanted to have a financial planner for 2024, right? So I was looking at potentially getting another weeks, because when I looked at all the Hobonichi releases, there were so many weeks that I really liked, and I thought like, oh, it would be great if I could have one, and I could turn that into like my financial planner, so I would have an excuse, you know, to have another design that I liked, and that would be great, right? That sounds great. The cost of that aside, when I actually looked at it, it was like, does it really work for me for the intended purpose though? It's a lot of commitment for something that I'm trying out for the first time. Firstly, I have obviously not used my weeks as a financial planner. I'm using my weeks as a catch-all kind of situation. And also the other thing would be, do you really need another planner for that? Like, do I need a whole other separate planner for this? Right, so I thought about it, and I also looked at Sterling Inc.'s monthly booklet, because that did seem like it would work, because I could use the monthly section to write like my expenses for the day, and then I could use the side for various various little categories at the end of the month to kind of see, like, where the money is going out, like in which categories the most, and so on and so forth. So it did make sense, like from a macro kind of perspective, that, like, the layout made sense to me. But the thing is that, like, when I looked at that, I was like, do I need a separate other notebook for this? Is there anywhere in my current lineup, the stuff that I already bought that's coming, that I can put this in, right? And when I looked at my list of planners for 2024 that I already confirmed, I realized that I'm going to be using the monthly in my weeks for my appointments. I don't need to duplicate that in my Sterling Inc. Common Planner, which is going to be my replacement to my day free. And in my day free, which I'm currently using as my bullet journal, I don't use the monthly at all. So I could actually just use that monthly section as my financial planner. I don't need to spend the money on a brand new one, right? So from a purpose perspective, it works. So here's another example of a purpose perspective for you. I want to have a Japanese practice planner. So I wanted to get a one-piece horn, right? And do Japanese practice every day. So the idea was to do a dear diary, what I did that day in Japanese every single day, right, for the whole year, so that I would practice my writing, my sentence structure, and so on and so forth. It sounded like a great idea. It still sounds like a great idea. The question is, can I keep up with it? Right, so that's the other part of it. Can you keep up with it? Is another question to ask yourself. That, like, from a purpose perspective, it's great, right? And, like, it's dated, you have like limited amount of space a day, so you kind of like have to fill it up. But the question is, can I and will I keep up with it? Because it's a lot of commitment. It's 365 days, and if you miss a day, it's that entire page that you need to fill in. And I know myself enough that if I miss a day, I miss 2 days, I miss 5 days, it's going to bug me, and I'm going to want to go back and fill it up. But the truth is that with that many pages, the odds of it actually happening are really, really low. And then what will happen to the horn is that it will sit there, and then eventually it will join the other planners in my trove of failed journals, which I should really do an entire video of, because that would be great. I might do that next week, actually, just for fun. So that is something that I do consider when I guess those are the 2 things kind of that I consider when I get a planner. It's like, is it shiny object syndrome? Is this something that will work for you? And specifically, is this something that you can keep up with? Like, what is it for, and will you keep up with it? Can you keep up with it? And so hopefully that gave you some food for thought in this, endless shopping season, and I hope you found it helpful in some way. Yeet whatever comments you have down in the comments below, and I'd love to have a discussion with you on this. I will catch you next time. Bye.